Direct from the Big Smoke, Toronto, Canada, home of the Blue Jays, the Maple Leafs, the Argonauts, the Raptors. No, let's forget the Raptors. It's Call for Help!
These people can help me with my computer. A technician will be with you in 4 hours. 4 hours?
You can upgrade for just $5,000.
What?
The universal serial config board should be set to ID6.
I need that in plain English. Help!
Leo Laporte, Call for Help. May I help you? Oh, man. You look at that. Oh, woo. Hey, how are you? Good to see you. Welcome to Call for Help. I'm Leo Laporte. Our very first episode in beautiful Canada, here in Toronto, and I am so excited that we're doing Call for Help again. You know, I thought the last time I did this show in May, when I said goodbye, I thought would be the very last time I'd ever say Call for Help. But no, we're back thanks to all your calls, your emails, your begging, your pleading, your whining, your moaning. You know, I always said at the end of Call for Help, don't whine, don't moan. It was okay. It was a good thing to do. Now, this is the, as you may remember if you saw the last episode, this is the fine outfit I wore at the end of the show, and I thought maybe it'd be kind of fun to bring it back. But then I thought again, because, you know, this isn't Calgary here. This is not the Wild West. We're in Toronto, and I thought it'd be better to...
Woo!
Yeah!
Take it off!
Wear something a little more suitable. This is from my days as a Chippendale dancer. You should see how the pants come off, just like nothing. Hello, how are you? It's good to see you. Welcome to Call for Help. Today, we are going to help you with your personal confuser, with your personal technology. We're going to show you how to use it, how to empower you, so you can get the most out of it. I love our how do you like it? Our brand new set, but there are a few touches from home. I brought with me my little Call for Help cup holder here, and let me just get my bottle of water and stick that right in there. I got my computers. You know what's new? You know what's new? We've got new co-hosts. Would you like to meet them? All right, come on. We're going to go over and meet them right now. Ladies and gentlemen, our new Call for Helpers. Hey, good to see you. Wait a minute, I should do it Call for Help style. All right, Monica Latanwa and Andy Walker, it's so good to have you on the show. Let's meet Monica first.
Hi.
Tell me a little bit about yourself, Monica. Are you from Toronto?
No, I'm not. Well, I was born in the Philippines, and I moved here when I was 10.
Oh, cool. And you feel like you're at home now, though, yeah?
This is my home, and this is my new home.
This is where you're going to live on Call for Help.
Set.
Yeah, in fact, look at this. We're going to take a look at this a little bit later on.
I'm going to keep this.
This is a modded Xbox that you won't believe.
I know. I've been practicing while you were talking.
You're a gamer, aren't you? What do you like to do for gaming? What's your favorite?
Halo.
Yeah.
Which I'm hoping is in here.
Okay.
Soul Calibur 2.
Yeah.
Like little fighting games,
Yeah.
shooter games.
Oh, you like those?
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
You good? Now, do you take the female combatant or the male combatant?
You know what? I like the female ones.
Yeah, well, of course you do.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Well, that and distracts the other guys, too, right?
Right, they're looking at something else.
Yeah.
Let's say hi to Andy Walker, too, the Borg here to my left. What is that you got in there?
It's my Bluetooth headset.
You're going to talk about that later on?
Yeah, we are, absolutely.
Or you just wear that all the time?
Well, I do actually wear it all the time, and it's very embarrassing. People think I'm a complete geek around the office. Yeah, but
Andy is probably pretty well known to Canadian geeks because you wrote a column for a long time.
yeah, Edmonton Journal, Vancouver Province, places like that, and of course that became cyberwalker.com on the web.
Great website, cyberwalker.com, and you're going to be a real important part of Call for Help. All the helping you've been doing all along fits right into the format of the show. So these are our new Call for Helpers. We're so glad to have them. But what's the most important thing on Call for Help?
You.
It's not a pun. No. Good answer, though. I like her so far.
Already sucking up to the boss.
It's the callers.
The caller.
Yes, the callers.
Do we have one?
Yes, our first caller is Jarl from Calgary, Alberta.
All right, let me go over here. We're going to answer our question. You guys, we'll be back with a bit with Monica and Andy because they have a lot to say. But let's get right over here and say hi to our very first Call for Help call, Jarl. Welcome to the show. Is it Jarl or Jarl? How do you like to say it?
I like to say it Jarl.
Hi, Jarl. How are you?
Real good.
It's great to have you. Congratulations. This is kind of an auspicious thing to be the first caller on Call for Help.
Great bragging rights down at Leoville.
That's right. My mom was the first caller on the very first Call for Help. So you're not my dad, are you?
No.
Okay. What can I do for you, Jarl?
I was wondering, what reasons are there for slowing down your CD-ROM burner?
Slowing? You want to slow it down?
Well, I had overheard somebody complaining that a burn they had received wasn't matched to their reader, and I thought it sounded funny.
Oh, that's interesting. So he was saying he couldn't read it because he burned it too fast?
That seemed to be the impression I got from it.
I don't think so, Jarl. I don't think that. I mean, that may have been. That's certainly the impression, but it's not true. Let me. I have some discs down here. Let me just reach down and get them. So there's a couple of different numbers that you throw around when you burn CDs. One is, of course, the speed of the player. That's how fast it can burn. The other is the speed of the burner. The other is the speed of the player. And then there's, of course, the speed that the disc is rated at. Here we go. This is a 4x disc. You can see right there. So that means it can burn in a burner of up to 4x. Now, you wouldn't want to use this disc in a burner that goes 8 or 16 or 32x because literally it wouldn't work. It would fail. So it is important to match the media to the speed of the burner, but I wouldn't slow down the burner unless it wasn't working with the media, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
The burner, you should burn at maximum speed as long as you don't make coasters. But a coaster's a coaster no matter where you play it back. It doesn't really matter. What the speed of the playback machine really doesn't matter. If that makes sense. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, it does.
Yeah. The speed is actually based on the speed of rotation of the audio CD players, which a 1x machine is about 150 kilobytes a second of data transfer. So you multiply it. So these new 32x CD players, for instance, well, that's 32 times 150. So that's about, it's a little more than, it's 4.8 megabytes a second. So it's pretty fast. That's a lot of throughput. But it doesn't, I mean, that's how fast it can read. It doesn't matter how fast the disc was made. In fact, when you play a audio CD, do you know how fast it was burned or how fast it was made? No. In fact, it was pressed. It doesn't matter. So I would say the only time you care about the speed that you're burning at is the speed of the medium that you're recording to, and it should not exceed the rated speed of the medium, or you're running a risk of creating a coaster. Okay?
All right.
Burn at the highest speed you can get success at, I guess is the rule. And by the way, a lot of times I'll buy the cheapest media I can, and if it works, it works, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. And it's good to try a variety of different media and see which one works. Jarl, thank you for being our first caller.
All right, thank you.
It's great. Keep watching, okay?
Will do.
All right, take care.
All right.
Coming up after the break, Call for Help continues at the lab. We're going to talk to Andy Walker. He's going to give us a primer in Bluetooth. What is that? And what can you do with it? We'll find out when Call for Help continues. You stay right here. Oh, Canada. Oh, we're back. Sorry, just learning the national anthem. Hi, welcome back to Call for Help. Andy Walker is here. We're going to talk about the wild and wacky world of Bluetooth. For a long time, I thought Bluetooth wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah. It just seems stalled, stuck in the lab.
Because they announced it like 4 years ago.
Yeah, 97, 98, somewhere like that.
Oh, that long?
Yeah, a long, long time ago.
But now you're seeing a lot of Bluetooth devices. We're going to show you some. Where did Bluetooth come from?
Well, Bluetooth was sort of a consortium of companies that got together and said, let's get rid of the wires.
No wires.
No more
wires.
I
like that.
Yeah. So it's a wireless technology designed for gadgets to talk to each other. Mm-hmm. So Nokia and Ericsson and a bunch of IBM.
Cell phone companies.
Cell phone companies and IBM and Toshiba, and those guys all got together into what's something called a SIG, a special interest group,
right,
and said, let's create this technology.
Bluetooth, the name, where's that come from?
Harold Bluetooth, which was a...
Oh, Harold!
It's a
they
Viking.
call him Harry.
He was a Viking in the 12th century,
a
Danish Viking that brought the Danish nations together under Christianity. So the idea being Bluetooth brings stuff together.
It's unifying. Okay.
It's unifying, right.
Okay. So Bluetooth today is a wireless technology. Get rid of wires, not for networking so much, but just for devices connected to your computer.
Computer, or the best way, where Bluetooth really sort of caught on is, things like cell phones. So I have this wireless earpiece here. So there's no cable running down my body to my cell phone. It's talking over wireless airwaves. So I can chat on that. And there's no wires in evidence.
So there's the microphone, and this is the earpiece you can hear from.
Right.
And then what? There's a transmitter in here?
It's a little chip inside there that basically talks on the 2.4 gigahertz radio spectrum.
Okay.
In the same sort of area of the radio that Wi-Fi talks and cordless phones, things like that.
Oh, well, that's interesting. Is that a lot of interference?
A little bit here and there. I mean, that's a busy area of the radio spectrum. So yeah, it's a little bit, but it's generally pretty good.
Okay. So you have to have a Bluetooth phone or no?
Yes, you have. So I brought today the Motorola V600.
Okay. All right. So this is the phone that
Right.
this would work with this. Although would any Bluetooth